Marketers didn't invent storytelling, they just perfected it. And this is the concept that my book covers throughout all of its chapters. Marketers tell stories because consumers can't really handle the truth. And it makes it easier for consumers to understand certain things. To tell a great story, it must be true, it must make a promise, it must be subtle and happen fast, it must appeal to our senses instead of being based purely on facts, it must be consistent, and it must agree with the target market's worldview. Beyond this, good stories are spread. At the end of the day, we all want to buy what we see other people buying, and we're essentially just following a trend. And this is what I will be focusing on throughout this video. Okay, today I'm here with
Bryn.
And the question I have for you is, what is something a company has done that has made a lasting impact on you? And did this experience influence you to spread your positive perspective on the brand?
Well, the brand that I'm going to say is Culver's, because there was one time, I've been there so many times, but there was one time where I had gone in and ordered an ice cream with one of my friends, and it was like 30 minutes had gone by and there was still no ice cream, and we were just getting really confused, so we kind of sat by the front and we're still waiting. But then we had the manager notice, and he saw that we hadn't gotten our ice creams for a really long time, and he was like, oh my god, let me make you fresh ones, because they had been sitting out for such a long time and were pretty melty. And so I just thought it was so nice of him, because he didn't have to do that. He could have just given us the ice creams that they already had made. And, you know, I just think that that's really good on a brand, and it really made me think like, wow, like they actually care about their customers and their experiences at Culver's. So
Has this influenced you to like tell other people like, I think you should really go to Culver's?
Yeah, I remember I posted on my story and I was like, I love Culver's, because we had 4 ice creams.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Bryn.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm here with
Georgina Spragan.
And the question I have for you is, what is one of your favorite clothing stores, and why would you be more than willing to recommend it to your friends?
I think I'd say Urban Outfitters. I think, for one, like, there's a lot of stores everywhere I go, even back home and in America, and I just feel like it sells a lot of variety of clothes. I do think that my style's a little bit different, even to some of my friends. I think like I like the baggy trousers that are from there. I've got a few of those, and they've lasted me a while, so like the quality's really good.
Yeah.
But I also feel like there's different styles. Like some of my friends have different styles to me. Like they like little crop tops, even accessories. There's things like bags that I know people have got from there, and even myself, one of my favorite bags is from there.
Yeah.
Lasts me a while. I use it for school.
I
It's
use
still
it all
going.
the time, yeah.
But I just feel like there's so much quality that I keep going back. But I also think I just recommend it to everyone, just in terms of there's something for everyone there, and it doesn't just sell basic kind of clothes like plain t-shirts, anything like that. You could get those, but I feel like you could also get a little summer dress, or I know back at home when it's cold you can get coats, jumpers, like pretty much a mix of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
It's so hard.
Bryn's example of her experience at Culver's showcases a key concept that was gone over throughout my book, that first contact does not always equate to first impression, as this was not her first time going to Culver's. Essentially, it's important to be consistently authentic with your actions to make it more likely that your customers or your consumers will have a positive experience. This in turn makes it more likely for them to tell their peers about it, because as I stated before, like, people want what other people are getting, especially if they're hearing from others that it's good quality, or that they received a good experience. Now, as for Georgina's example of Urban Outfitters, I'm sure a lot of people can agree, at least girls, that Urban Outfitters is a really good store. I know I can vouch for the quality of it, and she's vouching for the quality of it, and that in turn like pushes us to tell our peers of the quality, not only the quality, but the uniqueness of the clothing as well. And that is an obvious story that Urban Outfitters upholds. And then also they're accommodating to geographical needs, as you know, it wouldn't be common for me to see puffer jackets in Florida as they're not necessary, but over in the UK they're obviously going to be selling warmer clothing because the temperatures never really get too high. ultimately, each brand is expanding on existing worldviews and not needs but wants to reach a bigger audience.